camera emoji, a steaming bowl of ramen, noodles glistening, pork slices tender, chopsticks rise, then clink. The noodles freeze in mid-air, plastic. You're hungry. You see a perfect meal waiting for you. But what if I told you this dish has never been cooked, never been eaten, and will never spoil? In Japan, some of the most appetizing meals you'll ever see aren't food at all. They're illusions. Welcome to the hidden world of sampuru, Japanese food replicas. Walk through any Japanese city, and you'll find restaurant windows filled with impossibly perfect food displays. Curry rice with frozen splashes of sauce mid-pour. Sushi so fresh it seems to glisten with ocean spray. Pancakes dripping with syrup that never hardens. These aren't props, they're marketing. But in Japan, it's become more than that. It's an art form, an industry that generates billions of yen each year. And it all began with one happy accident. In 1926, a craftsman named Takiso Iwasaki was experimenting with wax modeling. One day, he tried sculpting an omelet. By chance, when he dropped it into water, the folds and sheen of the wax looked indistinguishable from the real thing. His wife couldn't tell the difference. That moment, an omelet that fooled the human eye, gave birth to an industry that would shape Japanese dining for the next century. In the early days, replicas were made of wax. They looked good but melted in the summer heat. By the 1970s, manufacturers had shifted to polyvinyl chloride, durable, weatherproof, and capable of capturing microscopic detail. Today, top artisans use resins and paints so advanced, they mimic not just color, but texture, gloss, and even translucency. A shrimp tempura looks crispy because each crumb is individually sculpted and airbrushed. Some of these creations are so realistic that chefs themselves can't always spot the difference. Creating a single bowl of ramen can take hours. First, a mold is made of the real dish, capturing every detail down to the grains of rice. Then, layers of resin are poured, hardened, and hand-painted. Broth is given depth with translucent dyes. Fatty pork is shaded to mimic cooked marbling. Even condensation drops on a beer glass are carefully glued into place, one by one. These are not factory products. They're handmade sculptures, each one unique. And the price? A simple dish may cost 10,000 yen, about $70. A large elaborate display piece can run into hundreds. For restaurants, it's a serious investment. In Japan's competitive restaurant scene, sampuru is powerful advertising. It breaks the language barrier. A tourist who can't read kanji can still point to a dish. Locals can see the exact size and portion before ordering. Studies show that restaurants with high-quality displays see sales increase by as much as 30%. In other words, fake food makes real money. But the magic isn't locked away for businesses only. Head to Tokyo's Kappabashi Street, nicknamed Kitchen Town, and you'll step into a wonderland of plastic cuisine. Want a sushi keychain? A bowl of udon for your desk? A beer mug that never empties? For collectors and curious travelers, it's a playground. Tourists even line up for replica making workshops, where you can craft your own tempura or lettuce leaf to take home. For some, sampuru isn't just decoration, it's obsession. Collectors spend thousands filling their homes with fake cakes, frozen noodles, and steaming hot pots. In Japan, the artistry of replicas has even earned museum exhibitions. What began as practical advertising has become cultural heritage. Japanese replicas aren't confined to Japan. Restaurants around the world, from New York to Paris, order them to showcase authentic Japanese dishes. The craftsmanship is so unique that overseas competitors rarely come close. In fact, some replica makers guard their painting techniques as trade secrets, passed down only within workshops. In Japan, food is more than flavor. It's visual, it's emotional, and through the art of sampuru, it becomes timeless. The next time you pass by a Japanese restaurant window, take a closer look. Behind that perfect bowl of ramen lies nearly a century of craftsmanship, culture, and culinary illusion. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Japan's hidden worlds, Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more Japan hacks. And tell us in the comments, if you could have one dish on display forever, what would it be?